All right, welcome back, friends, and thank you for joining us today on this fifth episode of TWU True Words Unleashed. Today, we are going to destroy lies and misinformation with facts and evidence because educating ourselves and organizing ourselves are the two most fundamental elements of any and every movement. Before we get started, you guys, I do want to say thank you very much to all of you out there for continuing to reach out to me with your thoughtful words of encouragement. Many of you have asked me how I'm doing health wise, how I'm doing financially, and if I've received any income from either TWU or MTA in these past 3 months of 2023. The answer, you guys, is no. I have not. I have been dealing with a personal, stressful medical situation for which I am now cleared to return to work, full duty, no restrictions. I have my doctor's letter right here, you guys. So you'll be seeing me out on the road in a couple of days, picking up passengers with you guys because rent is due at the end of the month, you guys, and I need a source of income in order to pay the bills. So you'll be seeing me out on the road. Make sure that you wave, say hi, honk your horn as long as it's safe. All right, you guys. So thank you very much, everyone, for inquiring about my health and well-being. Very much appreciated, you guys. Just an FYI, parentheses here before we get into the nitty gritty of the episode today. In case Local 250A has not informed you, I have indeed won both of my appeals again. The first appeal that I won is in regards to the sham election that was conducted in Monday, December 12th, 2022, which has now been overturned, which has to be redone before July 10th, 2023. Allow me to share my screen quickly with you guys so you can see this. There it is right there, you guys. That's the evidence. Appeal number 2301. I am not going to read it because it's pretty lengthy, so feel free to pause it right here and read it at your discretion. I'm going to scroll down to page number 2. There it is right there. Feel free to pause it, take a screenshot of it so you can read it yourself in its entirety. Okay, that is the evidence in regards to appeal number 2301. All right, you guys. Now, the next appeal that I won again is in regards to my fourth illegal suspension and the removal of my name from the election. So allow me to share my screen with you guys once again so you can see. There it is right there. The evidence that is appeal number 2219. All right, 2219. This is in regards to my illegal suspension and removal of my name from the election. I'm going to scroll down. That's page 2 right there. I'm not going to read it once again, you guys, because it's too lengthy for today's episode. So feel free to take a screenshot of it right there, pause it, and read it at your leisure, at your discretion. All right, that is evidence appeal number 2219. I will, however, you guys, read one sentence from here because this sentence leads me into my next statement. I'm going to highlight it for you right here. It says, this violated the due process rights of the accused president and requires that we reverse the decision of the executive board and send the matter back to the local for a new hearing. I'm going to stop sharing my screen there with you guys. So, you guys, this is now my fourth suspension that's now been overturned. And with this suspension, TWU Local 250A owes me some back pay. All right, you guys. Allow me to share my screen with you so that I can show you the email of the evidence that I sent to Local 250A pertaining to what they owe me. So I'm going to share my screen with you guys. There it is right there on the screen. This is an email that was sent Friday, March 17, 2023, from Roger Marenco to the top 4 system-wide elected officers in Local 250A, and it carbon copied the top TWU leadership, along with TWU International Council and TWU Local 250A Council. So give me a quick minute so that I can read this to you guys and or follow along at your discretion here. It says, regarding lost wages for Roger Marenco, Mr. TWU Local 250A Secretary Treasurer Michael Dennis. The last day that I was paid by TWU Local 250A was on December 16, 2022. Now that the TWU International Appeals Committee has reversed the suspension that was brought forth against me by TWU Local 250A, please refer to appeal number 2219 and appeal number 2301. I will be requiring that you issue a check from TWU Local 250A made payable to Roger Marenco for lost wages, which as of today, March 17, 2023, comes to 7 pay periods in the amount of the full salary for the president of TWU Local 250A as stipulated in the TWU Local 250A bylaws, Article 5, Section 1. Please make this payment within 10 calendar days of receipt of this email so that TWU Local 258 can avoid any potential future penalties and late fees, as was the result in all the previous cases from the State of California Department of Industrial Relations Labor Commissioner's Office. My current address is still the same for mailing purposes. Subsequent payments up until the day of my trial should coincide with the normal TWU Local 258 paydays. Upon the conclusion of my trial with 3 members in good standing, future payments can be decided in the same manner as they were decided by the TWU Local 258 Executive Board in 2022 of December. As you may notice, I have included the TWU International Council in this email, as well as the TWU Local 258 Council, in case you need further legal assistance. Thank you. Sincerely, Roger Marenco. I'm going to stop sharing my screen with you guys right there. So, friends, this is now the 4th suspension that I have won, plus an election that has now been overturned. Friends, I have 100% victories under my belt and 0 losses. And that's because I do not fight my battles with guns and bullets, you guys. I do not threaten people. I do not intimidate people. I do not use violence against people. I fight. Let me show you how I fight. I fight. Let me show you my weapons, you guys. These are my weapons right here. You guys see that? These are my weapons. I use the books. Those are my weapons right there, you guys. I fight by using the rules and the laws that are in the books. I fight by using my mind. I fight by building a legitimate and educated platform based on facts and evidence for which I am able to stand my ground upon. It just goes to show you guys how some people in Local 250A on the executive board hate me so much because of that. Very interesting, you guys. So these are my weapons right here, you guys. These are my weapons right here. The books, the rules, the laws. Reeling it back in, you guys, from that brief parentheses, that little FYI, in case Local 258 had not informed you on that I threw out there. Let's get to the main topic of discussion today here, which is destroying lies and misinformation with facts and evidence. Friends, there is a small faction of our members that are constantly spewing inaccurate information and spreading their fallacies throughout the fleet, essentially poisoning our minds with opinions instead of facts. This small faction of misinformed members claim that the online Zoom meetings that we organize for our membership are not official. They claim that you can only establish a quorum by showing up in person and that you cannot establish a quorum online. This small faction of misinformed members claims that business cannot be conducted online over Zoom meetings. They claim that the Zoom meetings are not legitimate for running for office. Okay, thank you for your opinions, small faction. Now let us bring forth the facts with evidence. You guys, I'm going to share my screen with you guys. There it is right there. These are emails going back and forth between the TWU representative, staff representative, Jose Cruz, and myself. You see highlighted right there, Tuesday, what is that? Tuesday, December 7th, 2021. I'm not going to read this entire email because all of these questions are going to be in the next slide. All right. So I'm not going to double read it. Going down to the next email, more correspondences between Jose Cruz and a couple of other folks, as you can see right there on your screen. Feel free to pause it at your discretion, okay, in regards to what I'm about to say right now. And then the last email right here, highlighted in yellow, Wednesday, what is that, December 29th, 2021. All right, these emails are from 2 years ago, you guys. So in this last email right here, it's talking about the questions and answers from the legal team, from the legal department. This is Jose Cruz right here saying, okay, should be good to go now, Roger. Curtis asked me to forward to you. these responses. So let's click on this little, what's this called, attachment for the responses to the questions regarding Zoom meetings. There it is right there, you guys. Feel free to take a screenshot of it. That is the entire page in its entirety. I'm going to zoom in so that we can follow along and read the questions and answers from the legal team. All right, from the legal team, you guys. So let me zoom in quickly. It says, responses to inquiries regarding virtual meetings. Question. Some members would like to know from you in writing if the general membership meetings that we conduct on Zoom are legitimate meetings. Answer. There is no prohibition in the TWU Constitution or Local 250A bylaws on the concept of a virtual meeting. A few words of caution, however. Number one, meetings should be restricted to members in good standing. There is technology available to ensure that this provision of the Constitution is adhered to, and the local union should invest in the apparatus necessary to comply. Number two, many virtual platforms permit recording the meeting, which may make memorializing the minutes easier, but might also create a document that could be subject to discovery at a later time. A policy should be developed that determines whether the meeting should be recorded and under what circumstances the recording is discarded, if at all. Number three, a system should be devised to conduct attendance in a manner that as closely as possible aligns with in-person meetings. Next question, you guys. They would like to know if we are able to conduct official union business. Answer. Yes, presuming the rules for a quorum are met. Next question. Are we able to vote on motions if we establish a quorum via Zoom online? Answer. Yes. Next question. Is it mandatory for the executive board members to attend the Zoom online general membership meetings? Answer. There would be no difference in attendance requirement as distinct from in-person meetings. Next question. Do the Zoom online general membership meetings carry the same weight as conducting general membership meetings in person? Answer. If by that the question is, can union business be conducted in a virtual meeting? So once again, yes. If by that the question is, can union business be conducted in a virtual meeting? Next question. Since we have not been meeting in person since February of 2020, are the Zoom online general membership meetings sufficient to be able to say, I attended the Zoom online general membership meetings. Therefore, I meet that qualification for running for office? Answer. There would be no difference in an attendance requirement as distinct from in-person meetings. Last question. These members would like to see your responses. Is it okay to share your responses with them, or should I just give them your phone number so they can contact you? Answer. The responses are for your information. Whether you share them with members is not required nor prohibited. So there you have it, right there, straight from the source's mouth, you guys. You now have the same responses that I gave to this small faction of misinformed members a few years ago. So, friends, the evidence is in front of you. You can either believe the TWU lawyers or you can believe the Gilly Room lawyers. You decide, your friends. You decide. It's in your hands, you guys. It's in your hands. All right, friends? It has also been brought to my attention, you guys, that this small faction of misinformed members claims that in the new election that's going to be held before July 10th, 2023, it will be mandatory for you to attend the next 3 or 4 in-person general membership meetings. Now, friends, let's break down this fallacy. Let's just pretend that only 30 people show up to the general membership meetings. All right, you guys? And out of these 30 people, out of these 30 members, 10 of them are only there for information purposes. That's it. They're not interested in running for office. The other 10 are there strictly for the food provided by Big Rob. They're not interested in running for office. And there's only 10 members that are left who are interested in running for office. So you're telling me that only those 10 members will be allowed to run for a position, even though there's a total of 34 elected positions system-wide? You tell me, you guys, do you really believe that fallacy that you have to show up in person for the next 3 or 4 meetings in order to run for office? You decide, friends. You decide. I'm simply bringing you the facts. with evidence. Friends, there will definitely be a new election very soon. Some of you have even asked me, well, how come the same people are still in office if it was a sham election? Allow me to share my screen with you guys quickly so that I can share with you the evidence. Where is it? Let me see. Here it is right here, you guys. I'm going to highlight this so you guys can read along with me. It says, this is in Appeal Number 2301. It says, a new election should be held no later than July 10th, 2023. Until the results of that election are certified, the elected officers will continue to serve. It is critical that this next election be conducted properly. So there you have it right there, you guys. I'm going to stop sharing my screen. That is the reason why these same people that were elected are still in there, even though it was a sham election, because the TWU International Court of Appeals has rendered that decision. Now, friends, like I have already stated, there will be an election for TWU Local 250A sometime before July 10th, 2023. And this will be a great opportunity. This will be the opportunity to remove the obstacles from this union, obstacles that have been hindering this union for many, many years. Obstacles like violence, illiteracy, ignorance, apathy, foolishness, and cowardness. Cowardness, you guys. Let me take that one word, coward, and give you one brief quintessential definition of a coward. Coward is a group of people who sit around and say, Roger Marenco might win the next election. So we cannot let the membership even decide. We cannot let the membership vote. So let this small group remove the name of Roger Marenco from the next election. That to me is a coward, you guys. That to me is the quintessential definition of a coward. Friends, I would rather lose an honest and fair election as opposed to winning a sham and illegal election. Friends, that does it for today's episode, you guys. Join us next time where we will show you evidence of what has been done to the MOU. I will leave you with the final slide, which is, of course, the TWU International top leadership. This is their information right there, you guys, top leadership of TWU. So you can reach out to them directly with your inquiries. Because remember, you guys, we are giving them $50,000 per month, more than $600,000 per year. So, friends, they need to hear from you about these issues. Until next time, you guys, as always, stay safe out there, and I will see you out on the road in a couple of days.